Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with episode 3 of the FM18 mini-series that I'm running at the moment, which is FM18 Predicts. We've already looked at the Serie A over in Italy, we've looked at the Ekstraklasa in Poland, and now for the third instalment we're going to head across to Holland for the Eredivisie. Now Feyenoord managed to win the league last year in real life for the first time in a very long time. Are they going to be able to retain their title? Is the force of Ajax, who did so well in Europe last season, getting right to the final before being picked by Manchester United? They have lost a couple of players, but are they going to be big enough? There's a couple of other teams in there as well, obviously PSV Eindhoven and a few others. So let's go and have a look at how the Eredivisie has played out over the simulation of Football Manager for the first season. So obviously we can see, thanks to that Feyenoord have indeed managed to retain their title, and it was by some authoritative margin as well. 16 points separating Feyenoord from PSV Eindhoven in second. AZ Alkmaar take third spot, Utrecht take fourth with 59 points, and Ajax down in fifth with 56 points. I mean, that is quite a poor season by Ajax's standards. Now NAC are relegated from the division. It's good to see Roda JC avoid relegation and stay up relatively comfortably. They were advised in my top 10 teams to manage in FM18. Go and check that out. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below if you haven't seen it already. So let's go and have a look at the player stats then. So obviously Feyenoord have won the league. We know this already. Now on to the player stats, and we can start things off with the top goal scorer in the division, and that is Mike van Duinen, who played for Excelsior. 16 goals came from 33 appearances. Wout Weghorst with 15 in 27 for AZ Alkmaar. Milot Rashica, 27 appearances, 14 goals for Vitesse Arnhem. And let's have a quick look at Mike van Duinen, obviously because he is the top goal scorer. Now again, he's similar, I mean, a little bit better probably than the players we've looked at in Poland, but his stats are nothing to shout home about at all. And it's surprising to see him as the top goal scorer. I mean, there's some really great players in that division, the likes of Kasper Dolberg, amongst many more. He's only down in 6th, Kasper Dolberg, and I think that can be in part to the poor performance from Ajax throughout the season. They must have had something go wrong somewhere, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Now, obviously, average ratings. Luis Orage for Ajax, top average rating with a 7.58. Players of the match. Now, 8 man of the matches went to Keek Piri for Heerenveen, who did really well for them. Luis Orage with 7 as well, man of the match performances. Now appearances, 38 tied at the top, pardon me, between Ryan Kulwijk and Donny van der Beek. 38 appearances between the two for their respective teams. Most games won was again tied at the top between Tony Trinidad de Vilhena and Ridge-Ciano Haps for Feyenoord. Both players for Feyenoord, obviously, because they won the league, and you kind of expect that. Now, the most yellow cards in the division went to Mohamed Al Makrini, also tied with Santiago Arias for PSV Roda JC. Red cards, 2 red cards, tied between 3 players: Khalid Karami, Giovanni Trupe and Dario Dumic. 2 FC Utrecht players in there with the red cards. That can't be great for their manager. Now, team goals. Ridge-Ciano Haps was part of 74 team goals. Now that is a very good performance indeed. Let's have a quick look at the player stats overview then. So most key passes went to Donny van der Beek with 40. Ismail Azwai with 4.31 dribbles per match. Least conceded went to David Jensen from FC Utrecht. Most key tackles, Dario Dumic, who also got 2 red cards. We've already touched upon that. And Jonas Svensson covered the most distance every 90 minutes of 9.37 kilometres. So we've taken a look already at Marco van Duinen. Let's go and have a quick look at Donny van der Beek. Now, he was a really good player in FM17. And at the age of 21 there, we can see that, again, he's going to be really much to the forefront here. For FM18 moving forward. He's very adept in the various 3 midfield roles, and I think he could be a really good player on this instalment of the game. So he has topped the charts with the most key passes. Most dribbles per match was Ismail Azouai, 20 years old, Belgian, Currently on loan from Wolfsburg. Nothing really to shout home about, although he is quite adaptable in terms of positions that he can play. Have a quick look at Dario Dumic, 26 years of age, Bosnian defender. Although his pace isn't great, I suppose, for a central defender, it's not the end of the world, and he could do a job in a better, I'll say a better division. The Dutch division is quite a good division, but I think he's a half decent little player, that, and I think he could do a job at a better team than Utrecht. What else have we got to take a look at? Let's have a look at Luis Orage Whele. Obviously, he's a right back, 22 years old Colombian that has been brought in from Deportivo Cali. And he's done really well, really, hasn't he, for Ajax in his first season? 33 appearances, 7.58 average rating. Only going to improve, valued at 6.25 million. He was well known in South America before making the move, and has adapted well to the style of play played over in Holland. So now let's go and have a look at Feyenoord. Let's have a look at what kind of players they've got in the team. Obviously, there's no Dirk Kuyt in the team this time round, so we're going to start things off first of all by positions. So let's have a look. We've got Nikolai Jorgensen, who scored 13 goals in 31 games. We've got Dylan Vente. Now he looks all right. He's 19 years of age, valued at 2.2 million. And again, he could be kind of trained to be a lot better. He's only 19 years of age. He's adaptable in his positions. He can play the attacking mid role or the striker role, and I think he's going to improve to be a lot better than this. So he's worth keeping an eye on moving forward. Really good performance by Jens Toornstra, as expected. Again, great work rate, great teamwork, a real engine room of the team, and he'll help drive them forward to another title. So he's definitely one of their mainstays. And we've got Rijkano Haps, who we've already looked at, and again, 24 years of age, plenty of decent but not outstanding stats here. But again, it's good to see that Feyenoord have managed to retain their title. Obviously, there's other players in there that we haven't taken a look at, the likes of Brad Jones in goal. We've got Sam Larsson. We haven't even looked at Nikolai Jorgensen, but you get the idea where we're going with it. So let's have a quick look at Ajax as well while we're here, because obviously Ajax are one of the bigger teams over in the Netherlands. Justin Kluivert, let's have a quick look at him, because he was really good after a while in FM17, and again, it looks like he needs some developing in able to reach his potential, but at 19 years of age, there's plenty of time in which he can achieve that. Kasper Dolberg, 20 years of age, again, looks like he could improve plenty and will be one of the main striking threats on the game in a few years' time. I think he could really develop into a high-class striking prospect. So again, Matthijs de Ligt, fantastic looking player, 18 years of age, one of the hottest talents in Dutch football at the moment, and there's plenty in which you can build a team around at Ajax, so I think they should be doing better than 5th position. So that really concludes the look that we've just had there at the Eredivisie. I hope you've enjoyed the third instalment of this mini-series. We've obviously looked at the Serie A, we've looked at the Ekstraklasa in Poland, we've looked at the Eredivisie. We'll be back at some point, maybe later on today or tomorrow, and we're going to take a look at another league. I'm not too sure which one it is yet, so stay tuned for that. Leave a like on the video down below if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Keep an eye out for more FM18 content. We've got an AC Milan beta save starting up next week, so make sure you're around for that. But until next time, guys, catch you again soon.